In health news now, the Caribbean Public Health Agency is strengthening its ability to prevent common infections and simple injuries leading to death. It appears that the region is slipping back to the days when simple infections became lethal, and CARPHA is hoping to get international help in countering that development. A two-day meeting on what is called antimicrobial resistance, that is, the resistance of a germ to a drug that was originally effective for its treatment. It means the region needs to develop the capability of labs and doctors to monitor that situation and to respond adequately. CARPHA says antimicrobial resistance is made worse by the inappropriate use of medicines which provide conditions for resistant microorganisms to emerge and spread. One way this can occur is when patients do not take the full course of a prescribed antimicrobial or when poor quality antimicrobials are used. In other news, the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association has launched an apprenticeship and skills training initiative aimed at increasing the level of employment on the island. It comes at a time when hotels are calling for better trained entry-level prospects.
It's really a $1.6 million project, 75% funded by the private sector through the hotels and through the TEF. It is a very significant project, and I really want to commend the SLHTA Secretariat led by Nurani, Aniola, and the entire team, Wendell. They've put in a lot of effort to get us to this point. It is not an easy program to implement. In fact, we definitely have had to get outside help in the person of Ms. Eileen Paul, who you all know, who will be the project coordinator. And she brings a wealth of experience, and I'm very, very happy and quite frankly relieved to have her on board for this program. I think it's definitely going to be a project that will be very time-consuming on the part of the Secretariat. Let's not underestimate that, but it's going to be worth it. The results will be worth it. You'll get young St. Lucians who will be more employable, more efficient, and they'll have exposure to what I consider to be the island's leading sector at some of the world's leading hotels.
The speed with which we are raising our standards is falling, and the demands of our service, the demands of our industry is being presented far more quickly than we're able to deliver. I do not believe that we can yet, as far as human resource or service standards are concerned, I think that there's room for improvement. I do not think that we can boast that we are operating at a world-class standard as yet. And that hurts me to say. I'm very happy that programs like this are designed to help us to get there. But I really don't want to encourage that type of comfort zone thinking that we are there already. We are still at a stage where the quality of our customer service delivery is based on our emotions at that point in time. And the basics of professionalism dictate that you're supposed to be delivering world-class best, regardless of what frame of mind you are in. And this program is really going to focus primarily on doing that, trying to raise the bar and trying to encourage people to start operating or to really get more people operating at world-class standards.
The government of St. Lucia is hoping that the 5th CARICOM CUBA Summit will result in greater collaboration between the country and Cuba, particularly in the areas of health, trade, and education. Thousands of St. Lucians have received free education from the Cuban government, while the island has benefited from the skills of Cuban-trained doctors, nurses, engineers, and agronomists. Now, the island is also hoping to expand trade with Cuba as it tries to reduce public expenditure and help reduce a fiscal deficit. Cuba's ambassador to St. Lucia says his country will continue to help St. Lucia in its national development. In 2013, CARICOM and Cuba celebrated 40 years of diplomatic relations. Cuban doctors and nurses run the ophthalmology unit of the Victoria Hospital, St. Lucia's main healthcare institution. The unit was donated to St. Lucia by the government of Cuba. This is the CTV News. There is more news ahead. Please stay tuned.